All right, I want to break this down. I talked about this actually in the last post I just did yesterday. I'm just recording this right afterward. I want to go over the QM, the ORBS play here, and CWD. So we'll just go back over to ORBS since it was the first one that ran. It was actually Octo originally, but ORBS ran on Monday of last week. We'll go to the 5-minute time frame to break this down a little bit better. But when we have a chart like this, first off, that hasn't ever been in this area. You can tell, go back to past chart history. It was Octo, now it's ORBS. It had really never been in $20, $30, $40 sector before. And so a key area for you guys to trade is when we see the squeeze over 30. If we ever get over 30 and we haven't been over that in a while, it's a magnet to 35. And if we get over 35, I always jump in because we're going to be a magnet to 50. So this was my move up with ORBS on Monday. I got in right here at the break of 35 and took it straight up to 50. It was all over the place in this area, and I got out in the mid-40s. It was about a $7 overall move from ORBS. So what do we see come Tuesday morning? Right after that, a play again that had never been in that area before, CWD. And what do we see? The same exact move right up to 30. It fails at 30. I just talked about that, right? 30 is key. If we get over 30, we're going to 35. And if I see over 35, we're going to 40, and I jump in every time. Came down, beautiful bull flag form, squeezes hard. I got in over 35, squeezes right through to 50. Perfect move. Beautiful move. This one I got, I think it was about 10 to 12 points out of. And the big daddy of them all, the QMs. And just go back to this play on Tuesday as well. And here she goes on the way up. Flying, fails at 30 a couple of times. What do I say? If it gets to 30, it's key, but if we get through 35, I'm jumping in. We got to 35, halted up through this area. I'm jumping in right through this area right here. I think it was this candle, and I got some more added in, halt strategy. We opened up, came down, dipped down on top of it, went right into another halt up, and we look at the $20 gap up. 3 plays in a row I just showed you. If we get to 30, and we haven't been to 30 in a while, and I'll go ahead and show you again, 1 year, 1 day. This play has not been there in a very long time, if ever. 3 plays in a row do it. Any play, is my point, that you see has never been over that mark, and especially in a very long time, this is your result. And there's your move. Right to 30, fails at it, and through 35, where do we go? A magnet to 50 every single time. No red candle, straight to 50. This actually gapped up. I got 20 points out of this move right here. Filled around the 40 on the dot mark, 39, 40 mark on the average in. Got out in the 60 plus range. It was really in the end about a $25 move. That is a huge strategy to find and look for. So if we get in the supernova phase, I just showed you 3 plays in a row. Once they got over 35, they raced to 40. EPSN was another one last week. EPSN. Or no, that's ESPN. ESPN. Maybe it was ESPN. EPSM. There it is, at EPSN. I knew I was somewhere going to close all these letters. Here we go again. Racing on up. Look what happens. Races up. It did kind of fail at 40 a little bit, but you can see what I'm saying. Gets to 35. Fails a little bit right there at 35, and then we race to 40, 50. There was another one. It's just almost every single time we get to 30 and we haven't been to 30 in forever, or if we've never been there, like plays like this, we've actually gotten to 30 and failed. Actually, this play. But if you go back to the QMs, nothing. Nothing in this area. You go back to CWD, there's nothing. Go back and zoom out. Nothing in this area at 30. So when you go racing on up, and you have not been to 25, 30, if ever, watch for that break of 30, because once we get over 30, and especially 35, we're racing to 50. That's $15. With 100 shares, that's $1,500 worth of a trade. 10 shares, that's $150. It's like free money. Every time, look for that. The rule of thumb, the break of 35 to 50. Hopefully you guys get some of these and bank, because I've banked so many trades over the year from this break. I did it 3 times last week. 3 times last week on 3 different tickers on the break of 35 to 50. And one with QMs got into the 60s before I scaled out. Chef kisses. Hopefully you guys take advantage.